Not all tech dreams come true. Today we're breaking down some of the most infamous tech flops, and the lessons they taught the industry. These stories aren't just about laughing at failure, they're a roadmap of what not to do when building the future. Even giants like Google, Amazon, and Apple have stumbled spectacularly. We'll unpack the hype, the execution, and the fallout for 6 products that promised the world but delivered a faceplant. Each failure offers a unique insight that still shapes the devices we use today. So, let's get into it. This is the story of tech's biggest flops, and what we can learn from them. First up, Google Glass, a sci-fi dream turned awkward reality. The hype was huge. A wearable computer, a heads-up display, all in a pair of glasses. But at $1,500, it was a solution in search of a problem. No killer app, no clear purpose. Worse, it created instant social discomfort and privacy fears. No one wanted to be recorded by a glass hole. The backlash was swift. Google Glass was shelved for consumers, surviving only in niche enterprise settings. The lesson? Even the most futuristic tech needs a real problem to solve, and must fit into social norms. Innovation for its own sake isn't enough. Without a clear use case and market, even the coolest tech becomes a museum piece. Google Glass showed us, timing, context, and purpose are everything. Don't ignore the world your product enters. Amazon's Fire Phone is proof that brand power has limits. It launched with flashy features like dynamic perspective and Firefly, but both felt like gimmicks. The phone was more a handheld Amazon store than a true smartphone, locking users into Amazon's ecosystem and away from Google's. Priced like an iPhone but lacking real value, it flopped hard. Amazon wrote off $170 million and killed it in a year. The lesson: you can't just slap your logo on a mediocre product and expect success. Users want genuine value, not just another way to shop. Even tech giants can't force a hit. Microsoft's Zune tried to take on the iPod 5 years too late. The hardware was decent, with a bigger screen and FM radio, but it couldn't match the iPod's design, software, or cultural cachet. Features like wireless song sharing were clever, but the Zune never built a community or excitement. Marketing missed the mark, and the Zune faded into obscurity. The lesson: timing is everything. If you're not first, you have to be revolutionary, not just not bad. The Zune was a day late and $1 short. In tech, being second best isn't enough. Samsung's Galaxy Note 7 was hailed as the best phone ever until it started exploding. A battery flaw caused fires and global recalls, turning a flagship into a punchline. Samsung rushed to beat Apple, overlooking critical safety checks. Even replacement phones caught fire, forcing a total recall and billions in losses. The lesson: never cut corners on hardware safety. The pressure to innovate is real, but quality assurance is non-negotiable. One mistake can destroy years of brand trust. The Note 7 disaster rewrote battery safety standards for the whole industry. Rushing innovation can be explosive, literally. Before the iPhone, Apple launched the Newton Message Pad, a PDA with handwriting recognition. The vision was bold, but the tech wasn't ready. Handwriting recognition barely worked, and the device was bulky and expensive. It became a punchline, not a revolution. The Newton was killed off, but its lessons lived on. Core features must work, price matters, and overpromising is dangerous. Sometimes being first is a disadvantage. The Newton's failure paved the way for Apple's later successes. Wait for the tech to catch up to the dream. Vision is nothing without execution. Facebook Portal was a smart display for video calls launched just as privacy scandals rocked Facebook. The hardware was solid, but the timing was terrible. Asking people to put a Facebook-made camera in their living rooms? No thanks. Trust was gone, and Portal never took off, even during the video calling boom of the pandemic. The lesson: in the age of smart devices, trust is everything. If users don't trust you, they won't let you into their homes. Privacy isn't a feature, it's a requirement. Reputation can kill even the best hardware. 6 massive products, 6 massive lessons. From Google's timing to Amazon's self-interest, Microsoft's lateness, Samsung's shortcuts, Apple's overreach, and Facebook's trust issues, failure comes in many forms. These flops aren't just cautionary tales, they're the scar tissue of the tech world. Each one forced the industry to get smarter, safer, and more user-focused. Progress is messy, but every flop teaches us something new. Which tech failure surprised you most? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to subscribe for more tech stories.